and praise unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Yakar, Kadash. We say Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahushai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahushai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahushai, Hashem, Yakar, Kadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which the apostle elders a great millstone, which leads with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. We're in the time of the end, 2022, which is the year of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai turning up. We're in a beautiful happenings, man. I've been trying to put together the video on, but I figured I'd just talk about it here, about the blood moon. I seen the blood moon the other day, and you've seen all the shootings and the things that took place during that time. So those are for signs and for seasons, man. Okay? So those signs right there is a sign because, like I said in the video, a deacon got shot. Grandmamas got shot, like the elder said, you know. So judgment is coming to it says the Ancient of Days. Those were older jakes. It says the judgment begin in my house. You know, so the Lord sent judgment through there. And if you read these scriptures and you know these scriptures, guess what? Who's the sword of the Lord? Is Esau. And he actually brought a sword and did his work. Alright? So that's just something I wanted to speak on. That is signs of the time. You know, there was like 4 shootings, and I think a couple more happening, so or did happen. But that's just showing you that this is that city of blood, and the signs of judgment is coming down, man. You know, but our mindset is to be what? Take no thought. And this is from Matthew 6:25. Take no thought in your life, man. And this is what Yahushua told us. So this is the sentiment that, you know, just jumped on my spirit this morning, you know. Just take no thought, man. Yahushua said it, said, what thought, how much if you think can you add a cubit to your stature? You can think hard as you want to. That's the easiest things of spiritual power, is adding to stature. So he's saying that you can't, by thoughts and worrying, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You can't do it by that. So take no thought, man. Our mindset is just to take the spirit, follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. That's the spirit we should be in now, of following the Lamb. And I'll never forget what the apostles and elders said, man. Now I'm thinking about it. They said that some of us might not even be in the same position. When they said it said some of us might not be in the same position that we are now. You know, we're going to be changing around. Some of us might be moving. Some of us might not be in state. And you're seeing little movements of that, especially when gas price gets to where it's at. Some of us might not be able to stay in those cities. Some of us might not be able to live in those areas, man, because the gas is going to be crazy. The economy is going to be wild. Prices are going to be jumping. So there's going to be a migration in Babylon, man, you know, because these things are going to crash the known life. They want everything to get chaotic so they can bring in that order, that ordo. Okay? So chaos, order out of chaos. That's what's going to be happening. So we're going to witness chaos, and more chaos. But that's the Most High pushing that chaos, because it's time, man. It's time for the society to be changed, man. Women are corrupt, men are corrupt, the children are corrupt. They got a lady did an interview with an eighth grader, and the eighth grader. This is something that just came out from an Edomite woman. She interviewed, I'm guessing it was black 8th graders, because one of the 8th graders said that she wants 2 children, right? And the lady asked her, so you want a husband, right? And she said, no. If I'm married to my husband, I can't file for child support. This is what this young 8th grade girl said to this Edomite woman. I cannot file, if I'm married to my husband, I cannot file for child support. That's how ingrained in the minds that Esau has done, where relationships are not even looked at as an option. You're either doing it to get something, to have children, to get something, and to put a man in bondage. That's pretty much what you're saying, because that's what child support is bondage. That's slavery, man. You know, of course you're gonna pay for your child, of course you're gonna support your child, but you shouldn't have somebody force you and forcibly take your money from your check to support a child that is your property. You're paying for your property. Your child is your property. When you have a child in the angel world, guess what? Your daughter was property. That's why a man could not take your daughter without asking you. And if he did, he'd have to compensate you for that, because that's your property. So just like we don't own our cars, we don't own our children. So why in our mentality, why in the Jiminy Cricket would we take a mark for somewhere where we have no stake in? We're telling you Israelites, we're telling you through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai that you're going to have land, you're going to have cattle, you're going to have children, you're going to have wives. That's what the Lord is telling us. But if you want to stay here, man, this Edomite is through. Golly, he is out of there, man. But if you don't want that, you want to take thought in your life and attain to this place, then you're gonna get what you're gonna get, man. And it's not gonna be good. There's nothing good coming to Babylon and coming from Babylon. The Lord is putting hell on the elites, man. The Lord is putting hell on the elites and forcing them to make moves that are forcing their end, man. So our mentality is, hey, we ain't taking no thought. All we should be doing is in the spirit, maintaining that and holding on to that. And with this blood moon, that's a sign. The blood moon that just took place, that's why massive shootings. Most people see things like that take place in space, and they say, oh, that's just another eclipse. No, that's a sign. And it was a blood moon, and there was blood shedding during that moon. All right, that was chaotic blood shedding, man. It was like a sign. It was like a statement piece. That's why the Lord made the video. Why the Lord made the guy stream the video. He wanted to make a statement. He wanted to say out there, this is what's coming, man. That's when it says Esau coming down having great wrath, knowing that he hath but a short time. So and that Edomite didn't even know the full spectrum. He knew a little bit. He said, you blacks are trying to replace us. And that's what drove him to do that, right? These elites actually know what's going to happen with you Jakes. They actually know you're going to replace them and you're going to put them in slavery. So you think they want you to flourish? They want you to make it? They want you to have a good life? No. They hated you before they knew you had power. They knew you had power and you were, somewhat different, but they didn't know your fullness. They didn't know what you were fully capable of. Now, through the prophets, through the elders, through the men that Yahweh Shem Shai has breathed the breath of life into, guess what? Now they know everything and they're scared. They said they're going to do what? What? Oh, shit. Hey, that's why, the king of Babylon is shaky, man. He's not feeling good right now. Why? Because you're waking up. You're actually getting beyond his traps, his cage. You're breaking free your chains. You're shaking off the dust. And he's scared. Just like if you've been in a lion den and all of a sudden that dead lion that ain't got up, you've been comfortable. All of a sudden that dead lion starts moving and getting animated, you're going to be scared. Because why? You're in his den, first of all, and you've been taking over and doing things to that lion, So I'm just speaking in a way that, can understand. The lion is getting roused up, and he's not liking it, man. So Esau is going to use that sword. But back to Matthew 6:25. Don't take no thought in your life. Don't take no thought of what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, what clothes you're going to put on. All those things are things of the past, man. So we should just get into the mode of just living by faith, man, which we always should have lived by. But now it's getting to the point we're going to have to, the Lord is going to force us to go by faith and faith alone, man. So this is just a quick one. I just wanted to jump in. Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson. I'm going to leave it there. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halom Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or call Kodash. We say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or call Kodash. Until next time, I say, Shalom.